It is my 10th lecture. Today we will discuss about transportation of first chapter, biology. For transportation in our body, a circulatory system is present in which materials are circulated with the help of a pumping system, that is the heart. And the materials are transported through blood vessels, different types of blood vessels, to each and every cells of our body. As we know that each and every cells of our body, हर सेल को जरूरत दो चीज की है. First is oxygen and second is food to produce energy. And as we have discussed previously, that energy is the ability to perform any activity. Firstly, we will discuss about blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. It is a type of connective tissue, fluid connective tissue. Its liquid portion is termed as plasma. And this plasma contains some suspended cells. These suspended cells are red blood corpuscles, that is RBC, WBC, white blood corpuscles, and fourth one is platelets. These are the cells which are present in plasma. The plasma transports carbon dioxide, it transports food also, it transports hormones, etc. And RBC, because as we have discussed that RBC contains a respiratory pigment that is known as hemoglobin, it transports oxygen. WBC fights against disease-causing germs. It is the army for our body to fight against disease-causing germs, which provide immune system. And platelets help when the blood vessels are ruptured, the blood will ooze out. And ultimately after 5 or 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, the blood will clot at the site of puncture. It is very essential for the clotting of the blood. Blood also transports some salts. Blood also transports some salts. There are different kinds of blood vessels, as we will discuss later on, that is veins, artery, and blood vessels. We need a pumping organ, that is heart, to pump the blood continuously so that the materials can reach each and every cells of the body. We are going to discuss about heart. Heart is a pumping organ. It is well developed in birds and mammals. It is 4-chambered heart. In birds and mammals, the heart is 4-chambered, and heart pumps both type of bloods, oxygenated blood as well as carbon dioxide rich blood. All the chambers are completely separated. There is no mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in heart. it will take place in case of birds or mammals. The birds and mammals will die, will not survive. Here it is left atrium, it is right atrium. Atrium is the upper chambers of the heart. Atrium singular, atria plural. Atrium is the upper chamber of heart. That is, one is left side and another is right side. So we will call it left atrium, right atrium. And the lower chamber, which is larger than that of atria, it is also named as left ventricle and right ventricle. Firstly, we will see that how blood comes inside atrium. Firstly, see here is a blood vessel that is known as pulmonary vein. It brings blood from the lungs, oxygenated blood. Here, oxygenated blood, I am writing here OB, you will imagine it, oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood comes inside left atrium through a blood vessel that is termed as pulmonary vein. Same like here in case of right atrium, vena cava are present, which brings blood, deoxygenated blood from all over the body. One thing becomes clear here, that the left atrium will receive oxygenated blood and the right atrium will receive deoxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood वैसे ब्लड को कहते हैं जिसमें ऑक्सीजन है, डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड वैसे ब्लड को कहेंगे जिसका ऑक्सीजन यूटिलाइज हो चुका है. These vessels are termed as vena cava. Vena cava. It is upper vena cava. ये बॉडी के अपर पोर्शन से लेके आता है ब्लड, डीऑक्सीनेटेड ब्लड को, और इट इज लोअर वेना कावा, ये बॉडी के लोअर पोर्शन से ब्लड को लेकर के डीऑक्सीनेटेड ब्लड को पहुंचाता है राइट एट्रियम में. When the blood comes inside atria, both the atria will expand. If it is collecting blood, then it will expand. If it is collecting blood, it will expand. And after expansion, a regulated contraction takes place. When the left atrium contracts, the valve which is present between left atrium and left ventricle will open and the blood comes down inside left side of ventricle. And ultimately the valve will be closed. Same like that here. When the right atrium collects blood from rest of the body, deoxygenated blood from rest of the body, it expands and ultimately it contracts. What will happen? The blood comes inside right ventricle, because this valve will open. This valve is termed as left atrioventricular valve, and same like here, right atrioventricular valve. The valve of left side is bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve, or you may call it mitral valve. And the valve of right side will be tricuspid valve. Cusp means jhapna. इसमें वाल्व में 2 रहेगा, यहां 3 रहे, उससे बना बाइकस्पिड वाल्व एंड ट्राइकस्पिड वाल्व. Now the left ventricle and right ventricles are full of blood, and अब ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करेगा. When the left ventricle contracts, the blood comes out. Oxygenated blood was entering here, and oxygenated blood will come out, and it will go to all body, entire body. पूरे बॉडी में ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड सप्लाई होगा. एज वी हैव डिस्कस्ड दैट कंटिन्यूअस नीड ऑफ 2 थिंग्स इज मेंटेन्ड. One is oxygen and another is food to produce energy. And this tube is termed as aorta, A-O-R-T-A. Same like here, from right ventricle deoxygenated blood comes out. The tube through which deoxygenated comes out is termed as pulmonary artery, and this is deoxygenated blood, and this will go into lungs for oxygenation. In previous topic, in respiration, we have discussed that gaseous exchange takes place at the surface of alveoli, which are small chambers present inside lungs. The heart is surrounded by a membrane-like structure. This is known as pericardium, and in between heart and pericardium, a fluid is present which is termed as pericardial fluid. As we are seeing on this diagram that there is no mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated takes place. In the lungs, after oxygenation, the blood comes as oxygenated blood and enters into left atrium, and from body, the blood comes as deoxygenated blood and enters into right atrium through vena cava in the form of deoxygenated blood. Here, on this side oxygenated blood is moving, on this side deoxygenated blood is moving, no mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated takes place. This type of circulation is termed as double circulation. Actually, it is complete double circulation or perfect double circulation, because in case of fishes, there are only 2 chambers present in the heart. One is atrium, another is ventricle. As we will see in case of fishes, there are only 2 chambers. One is atrium and another is ventricle. From ventricle, deoxygenated comes out and firstly go to gills. Here, this deoxygenated blood is oxygenated, and then this oxygenated blood, here oxygenated blood goes to body, and from here it will return back to the heart as deoxygen. In this figure, we are seeing that from heart only deoxygenated blood can move. From gills to body, oxygenated blood is moving. एक ही ब्लड बार again and again circulate कर रहा है. This type of circulation is termed as single circulation. This type of circulation takes place in fishes. But in amphibia and reptiles, there are three-chambered heart, two atria, left atrium, right atrium. This one is ventricle. What will happen? Here oxygenated blood comes, here deoxygenated blood comes. And from both atria, the blood comes inside ventricle. This is ventricle. Ventricles are always larger than atria. Always remember. And the wall of ventricle is thicker than that of atria. हमेशा ventricle की दीवार atrium की दीवार से मोटी होगी, क्योंकि इसे blood को पंप करना होता है प्रेशर के साथ. Here mixed blood in ventricle, both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood here mixed, and mixed blood is supplied to body. They can tolerate the mixed blood because they are cold-blooded animals. Their body temperatures are regulated with the change in environmental temperature. But in case of birds and human beings, there are no mixing of blood because we are warm-blooded. We are warm-blooded, constant body temperature. We need more energy to maintain constant body temperature. That's why we have four-chambered heart, and that's why the amphibians and reptiles have only three-chambered heart. This is the main reason. I am giving you some questions. What thing blood transport? Why birds and mammals need complete separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood? Third, draw a diagram to show the path of blood flow within hearts. Thank you.